So in this video, I'll be talking about Blackboard Collaborate, which is going to be a tool that we're going to be using to virtually meet for lectures in lab. So how do you access Blackboard Collaborate? So again, if you go to your Blackboard site, everything is about Blackboard again. If you go to your Blackboard site, you click on Learning Plans. The first tab that you should see is a Blackboard Collaborate link, as shown here. There are 3 ways that you can actually access Blackboard Collaborate, right? One of the ways I really discourage, so accessing it through dial-in, through phone, which is by dialing this number and putting this pin in. You should only do this if you happen to have, in this case, audio problems and you cannot hear what's going on in the actual Collaborate session, okay? But otherwise, this is not gonna do you any good because I'll be working on problems, I'll be writing stuff, and obviously you can hear me, but if you can't see me, what's the use? All right, so again, the dial-in through phone is just if you're having to have audio problems, you cannot hear, all right? So then dial in. So that's very, very important. You can also click on this link, all right? So in fact, I'm gonna do that last. You can actually click on the Blackboard Collaborate link here, which is the right way above. You can click on that one and actually Blackboard Collaborate will then open. There's actually many, many ways that you can actually do this. All right. Takes a while. Sorry, it seems to be having some problems. You need to click on the course room that way. There's going to be a bunch of stuff. You basically just close this X here, like close it out. Join course room. And you should be in the course room at that point. All right, so that's one way that you can actually access Blackboard Collaborate. Okay. It's gonna take a while here, everyone. So you might have the same problem as well as I'm having right now in accessing Blackboard Collaborate. So if your bandwidth is actually quite weak at home, let's say that maybe you have dial-up. My God, who has dial-up nowadays? Who knows? Please don't do dial-up, okay? Make sure that you have high-speed internet. Here's the other thing. If you happen to have any problems with internet, like you have issues with internet, like maybe you don't have internet access, maybe you actually are going elsewhere for like internet, please email me, okay? And then we can figure out like if I can get you a hotspot from the college and even a laptop at that. So this is one way that you can actually access this, all right? The other way, actually, the easiest way is if I go back here and I go to Blackboard Collaborate is, just gonna exit that for a second, is actually, there's actually a hyperlink right down below. And you can also, this hyperlink is also in your syllabus. So you can actually just open up your syllabus, click on it, and you actually get you to the same place. But if you click on it, I prefer that better, all right? Now, here's the problem. When you do that, as you can see, there's going to be an error message. Blah, 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 right? You just need to click again on the blue link. Okay, so there's another blue link that actually will pop up. You click on that one, it's going to send you back to Blackboard Collaborate again. Right? So I'm just going to wait for this to like get to its proper place, and then I'm going to show you the tools that it's actually available for you in Blackboard Collaborate. So when you do that though, you do need to in this case tell me your name, like like show your name there. So very, very important here. We have to work on a couple of like virtual protocol here. I do not like for students to actually have their videos, in this case, as you can see, one of the things it says is Blackboard Collaborate, if you can see the pop-up right now, wants to use your microphone. Yes, allow. All right. It's gonna, so then there's an audio test that happens. So as you can see, no, I need help. Okay, so you just talk. When you talk, this purple line should move up and down. If you're having problems, more than likely it's selected the wrong microphone. So you can actually click on the second tab. As you can see, it actually gives you a selection of multiple microphones that is available on your device. So make sure that you click on the right one. Obviously, if it's working, you just click yes, it's working. Then it's going to do a video test. It's going to ask again, Blackboard Collaborate wants to use your camera. Hopefully you do need to have a camera on your, basically on your laptop, all right, or your iPad, whatever that would be, you allow. Now we're going to do a few, in this case, best practices, okay? So when you're online, all right, I know, and I have two cameras on my on this surface, so make sure that you pick the right camera and you make sure that you use the front-facing camera here, all right? Hopefully you can see yourself. I don't see myself. What's going on here? I already know what's going on. The reason why it's not working is because I'm doing a presentation already the way it is, and obviously it will not give me a double camera here. So I'm already using the camera for this presentation, so you cannot use the camera to show me on this room at this time. All right? So it says start tutorial, you click later, and then you click on close again, tell me about Collaborate, okay? So this is actually how your site will look like, okay? Right now I'm the only one in the room. Normally there will be multiple tiles with multiple people. Here's the deal. When you are attending a virtual lecture or a virtual lab, I prefer that you actually activate your camera. Mute your voice, your microphone, but I prefer that I see what you're doing, okay? Because what happens is, and this is my experience because I've taken online courses before as well, what happens is when my camera isn't on, I misbehave. I misbehaved, okay? I would go and be doing something else and be watching cartoons on the background or whatever that would be. That doesn't help you learn chemistry, okay? And what happens is this makes you focus a little bit if you know that your classmates and I are actually watching you. We're going to be watching each other anyway, okay? So that's the way it's going to be, all right? Now, obviously, if you're in a compromised position, I don't even know what that means, okay? Please don't turn on your camera, all right? But please, if you're on this, just to make you focus, make sure that you activate your camera. In this case, if you can see right now, there's a slash on the audio. That means to say that you will not hear me speak. There's a slash on the video. It means to say that you cannot see me, all right? So that's a very important tool. Another important tool for this is actually if you click on the purple double-arrowed bar on the bottom right corner, that actually opens, and this is actually where the magic occurs. So there's a way that you can actually chat. You can actually chat with just one specific person. You can actually have a private chat with one of your classmates, or you can click on everyone, which means to say that whatever you put in there, it's going to be broadcasted to everyone. All right? So again, very, very important here. So the other thing is actually this very important is actually the share content. So once you click that double arrow purple bar, there's actually this thing called share content. This is very, very important for you and for me. The reason why this is important is in some times during our lecture, I'm going to ask you the student, to show me your work. Because obviously you will be working on problems. I'll work on a problem and then you'll work on a problem. That's actually how lectures are going to be. All right? Or maybe you're working in your lab. Well, I need to see what you have, right? So sometimes talking about, well, I had 2.6. Well, I don't know how you get to 2.6. So you need to show me the process. So there's a couple of ways that you can actually show me the process. You can actually share the blank whiteboard. And on this blackboard, you can actually, in this case, write stuff. You can see there's actually a pencil. There's a text, which means you can type, you can erase, okay? You can point. I actually don't like this because the problem with this is it's very if you don't have a proper, in this case, if you don't have a touch screen, it's very screwy for you to actually be moving your mouse around and trying to write numbers, okay? So that's one thing. You can actually share your application screen. So what you can actually do is you can actually click share application screen, and you click on share, you click your screen, and then you click share. So this is a three-part process, right? Let's try it again. Share application screen, click the screen, and as you can see, the share button appears again. One more time, share application screen, click on the screen, you see the blue pop up, share. What happens is if you share your application screen, you can share with me a Word document. So as you're working on your Word document, okay, you could actually do this and you can actually show me your process. The other thing that you could do, obviously, is if you're writing this down in a piece of paper, is to activate your video, feed and you can show me what you have on that page. All right, and that is actually the best way for me to diagnose where you may have went wrong, why you may have gotten a wrong answer when we are actually working on problems. Okay, so again, 3 ways you can access this. Dial in is not advisable. The only time that you use dial in is actually if you're having some problems listening, so you actually will still log on and listen on the audio on your phone. So that's the only way that you need to do dial in. You can click on the little bar on the bottom. Remember, there's a couple of steps. There's going to be an error message. Then you need to click again on the blue link. It's going to bring you to the same thing. Or you can click on the actual Blackboard Collaborate Ultra app line, right? So I know this is quick. I know that we're going to have some technological problems. Okay, technology doesn't sometimes work very, very well. But please be patient. Okay, we're all learning. I'm still learning. Coronavirus kind of like basically just messed up everything, including education. So please make sure, let's all be patient. Let's all be patient with each other. Okay? Just because you're online doesn't mean that I don't want to see your work. So again, very important, work, write stuff as we're working through stuff, and then you can show me your answers. Okay? And again, don't be rude. If you're in a decent environment, please, you can, I would prefer to see you as well. And then also that also makes it a little bit much more personal, right? I can actually talk to you, all right, so on and so forth. So that's actually, then I can actually attach a name to a face or vice versa, face to a name. All right? So have a great night.